It says I'm up. I am going to give this a look here. My name is Anthony. I am here live at the show. Ooh, I wonder if it even carried my graphics forward. It did. Oh, where is my lower third? Oh, no, it didn't. Ba, 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 da. So if you're watching this show, if you happen to catch this and you are on YouTube or Facebook, give me a comment because we are testing our streaming capability from the floor here at IBC. And joining me on the show is Emily.
Hi everyone, it's Emily with Anthony in IBC 2023.
We are here with everyone. 2 are watching, it says. Well, 1 is probably me. There it is, 20 seconds later. So if you are watching the show, ooh, you know what you need to do? Need to share this, copy link, and then go into Facebook. Yeah, pardon me while I do this on camera. Oh no, here we go. We are here live at IBC 23, giving this a try from the showroom floor. I will look for YOLO Live user group, and then I will post it in there and see how this works. Let me scroll over to the comments. But I don't think all of it is working. Hi from Terranife. Show must go on. The best with sound. I hope there's sound. My meter is moving. Oliver De says hi. Bakewest says hi from Georgia. Is it keeping my settings for auto off on the titles? Probably not. And yeah, there we go. Scroll down the bottom, auto hide after, let's just do 8 seconds. Done. Yep, thanks for bearing with us on this. Hey, I want to invite Frank over to the show. Here he comes. I am here live. I have Frank on the phone, not the phone. I have Frank live. Oh, if you have questions for Frank, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments because we have thousands of viewers around the world, but Frank is checking out how well he looks on the Instagram machine first before we come over here to the YouTube machine.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, come on up.
Where?
Come here.
Don't
Here
tell,
he is. Here he is.
Stream on our official channel.
Stream is stable. Stream is stable from the show floor.
Seriously?
Yes,
It's our official channel. It's live.
it is live.
Me and Anthony.
Here.
Say hi. Leave your comments.
Leave your comments because we're all here. We are literally all here. Actually, you know what? I can grab this thing and spin it around. We are here at the show. Look there. There they are waving. And if I spin it around this way, yeah, you'll have to excuse the fact we basically have 1 camera. But there we are.
Don't make it feel like we have no people here, like in the booth.
No, I'm not
We
making
have
it.
a busy booth the past 2 days, just 10 minutes.
My good, yeah, literally, it has finally gotten slow enough for a few minutes. Oh, look, now it's going to track me. If I go over here, you're going to follow me. Hey, I can walk around the show and it's going to track me because we've got a little spot camera.
You are not demonstrating.
Hey, demonstrating wireless audio live show here from the show floor. If I stand really close to you, it'll include you. But if I don't, then it won't include you. But I think I had to do this.
As everyone probably very curious about it, ask in the group. This what's new? Is
What's
this
new?
Real? Is this real? Is the YoloBox Ultra real?
Is the YoloBox Ultra real?
Or April's Fool joke?
No, it's not a joke. I'm going to reach over here, and I'm going to hold it up. We are here at IBC, and it's a beast. It's
so heavy.
It is a beast. You know why? Because it's got 4 Ethernet, 2 full-size USB A's. It's a beast of a machine. It's got a 6-hour battery, which is probably why it's so heavy. I don't know why you put such a big battery in here.
Because people requested, they don't, power bank is not convenient. And we want to make it like last long enough. They can stream confidently.
Okay, you heard it from the man off camera. And I am going to, actually, I'm going to say new event. Okay, let me hold this. New event, and then because it's a shutter issue, but what you're not really going to see is, yeah, you know what? You do comments. You throw me comments that come in because there's so much going on. Vertical streaming and create a live stream, horizontal and vertical on one tablet. Horizontal and vertical on one, not at the same time. No, because it doesn't do horizontal and vertical cameras at the same time. But you only have to buy one device, and you get to choose, am I going to use it today for this event horizontally, or am I going to use it today vertically? You know what? Let's click vertical streaming. Oh, look at that. It's ready in vertical mode. Let's go back. There we go. Let's select monitor mode. Boom, look at that. We all know what that looks like. So we're talking horizontal and vertical. Now I don't know how to get out. Yes, I want to exit. Done. And it's a live show. There are people checking things out. So do we have any interesting comments? Go to all. Feng Zhu says, hi from Amsterdam. You commented.
Yes, I do.
Beckwith says, I've already seen your new product, says Awan. Wolfgang Boger says, it sounds promising. Let's see, who else? In Loving Memory says, the Ultra looks amazing. Beckwith says, hi from Georgia. And of course, the Apple Orchard News says, any updates on those on working without dropouts? Come on, oh no, don't back away, come here. Any updates? You could say working on it, but you know, they are indeed working. They are indeed working on it, you know. Awan says, hello from Indonesia. Beckwith says the 720p. Yes, I selected 720p and I called this testing literally because I didn't know if it would work or not. So if it didn't work, then it was just testing. But since it is working, and it says we got 1% drop frames, so we're holding at 800 kilobits. Timothy Dowd from LWMST says, hi from Terranknife. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom. YoloBox new. The YoloBox Ultra is not necessarily new, it's coming. It's not a shipping product. This is down the road. It's being shown at the show to get feedback, to get comments. But let's just look down here at the bottom of this thing. What does that say? Does that say 4K? It's got a massive CPU. This thing is a beast. It's heavy because of the cooling inside. Network bonding, of course. It's got a bigger and brighter screen. It's got ISO recording. Is that what that says on there? ISO recording? Yeah. Bigger battery for 6 hours of runtime. And of course, as I mentioned, the 4 HDMI inputs. What's new on the Ultra? The Ultra. Have you heard the news? There's an Ultra on the way. And Chris Kalani says, aloha from Maui. Aloha from Maui. That's going to be pretty early in Maui. How, you know, as always, I don't have my regular set of graphics here, so you just have to bear with me. Hey, where are you all watching from? This is cool. We are here live in Amsterdam at the, actually, you know what? I'm going to have this thing track me again. We are here live in Amsterdam at the YOLO Live booth. If I walk around here, maybe it'll follow me. And I am here in the YOLO Live booth. If I continue around, you can see you got YOLO Live information over here. I'm going to wander around. Hey, follow me. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm going to wander over here. And if you have questions specifically for this man, this is Frank, then he's with someone at the moment. But hey, put them in the comments. This is your chance. I've got Frank here. I've got Emily here. I've got Meredith here. I've got everybody here. Emily, Ellie, and Ellie. I don't want to leave Ellie out. They are all here. We have been standing talking with people for 2 days now here at the IBC Expo in Amsterdam, Netherlands, in Europe. If I look off to the side, it's because I'm looking at the YoloBox, because of course I'm producing this on the YoloBox. If I move out here, and supposedly if I give this thing an L, it'll zoom in. No? This I'm using, no? There we go. I am using an OBSBot Pro. And will it follow me? Yes, it will. So we're here, and it is very cool to see people who use the YoloBox come to this show. People who are interested in the YoloBox come to this show. People who have never even heard of it come by and say, yeah, what is this? How does this work? What does it do? So I'm going to zoom back out. There we go. So I can walk back in close. Awan actually recognizes some details. Snapdragon 865, nice. Yes, indeed. That is why when we talk about the Ultra, which is, again, not shipping, it's down the road. It's basically, we had the original YoloBox, then we had the YoloBox Pro, which expanded the HDMI, which used a better processor, which gave us more capabilities. Now, the YoloBox Pro has been out here for a couple years, and they're putting together the next generation. You know, every couple years, we're just going to keep building on. What's the hot chip this year? It's that, what was it again? Snapdragon 865. Wow, you really got a good eye to see it on the chip itself. Snapdragon 865 is behind this thing. And as I said, I'm holding the Ultra. Like, the hardware is pretty finalized. And as you can see right there, there's 4 HDMI inputs. Actually, do I have? Oh, I've got the YoloCam. Actually, I've got the, if I switch cameras, you can see, here I am holding the device. There's Frank. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. But that camera's not going to track me, so I'm going to go back to the little one. In-game poo bug. I don't know what that means. Hey, JJ's Aviation is here. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Show the specs on the camera. We are using the OBSBot tail. So this is the tail by OBSBot, OBS-BOT. I actually can't show you the camera because I'm using it. But you could just look at an OBSBot tail. It's able to follow me. So it's in follow me mode, and if I don't want it to follow me, I can give it a hands up. It'll blink a couple times, and then I can walk away. But that seems kind of silly. Like, why wouldn't I want it to follow me? So I give it a hands up, and then it says, oh, okay, I got you now. And I can move around, and it'll follow me. And then if I wanted to zoom in, I can do a zoom in. Those are the only 2 commands that it has with a hand gesture. It can do other things, but I don't have it hooked up to a computer, so I can't do those things. And I told them that because they are literally right down there. And we're here live at the show. Let's scroll back. Beckquest says, what about price? What we're saying here at IBC 23 in Amsterdam, what we're saying here is aiming for under $2,000 for the Ultra. And again, it is beefier machine. It is a 6-hour battery. It is 4 inputs. And because it's being designed for 4K, and if you've ever seen my show, the weekly show, I say 4K glass to glass is not necessarily a thing. Did it lose track? Yeah, it did. So yeah, I must have raised my hand. There we go. And I don't see people watching on their phones in 4K or watching on their tablets in 4K or watching anywhere else in 4K. Maybe at home on their TVs, but that's not what we're doing with the YoloBox. Awan Jai says, what? Vertical and horizontal? Yes. Choosing between. Now, that does not mean you're doing vertical and horizontal. It's vertical or horizontal. You don't have to buy 2 devices, but then again, because you have to choose between the 2, if you wanted to do a stream that goes both YouTube and to Instagram, you're going to need 2 different devices because one's horizontal, one's vertical, and on the Ultra, you choose between which mode you're operating in. You can't operate in both modes at the same time. I want to just say USB 3.0. Yes, it does. Wolfgang Bosch says it sounds promising. Let's scroll down. Rakomar says hello. Awanjai says, oh, YoloBox Ultra. Ooh, Trident 10 TV is in Barbados. And Drift Deck says, Ultra, nice. Yes, it is. It will be nice, unless you need something small. And the Mini is still going to be a product, and the Mini is, I would say, half the size and weight of the Ultra. So there's times when you need an Ultra, there's times when you don't. You know, the Ultra is a big, powerful thing. Projected release date. I could ask Frank when the projected release date is. Come here. I'm bringing Frank back on. Okay, come here.
Yes.
Projected release date for the Ultra.
In late October or early November. Yes, still
So-
we are okay. We are still crafting. It's like we want to make sure it works as we advertise, and we actually in the literacy, in the everything you see, we kind of a bit conservative. We don't want to over advertise. In some features, like some capabilities, we trying to downstate. Is that the right word? Downstate.
Understate.
Understate. We try to understate in some literature, like to be more like to make sure it deliver what it advertise. Yeah, so hopefully we can get it to you sooner, but I would say it's late October or early November.
Okay, so fourth quarter, that's the word. And even if it slips, even if it's, you know, end of the year, I still think that would be a pretty rapid timeline to get the Ultra out. Will there be vertical and horizontal updates for the YoloBox Pro? I'm going to guess no. That's a good question. Hey, I got another one for you, Frank. Now he's with another customer. So I'm going to say no for the Pro, only because I think the increased storage capacity on the Ultra allows the 2 big YoloBox apps. That's why you have to choose between one or the other, because you're loading vertical or you're loading horizontal. And I don't think the YoloBox Pro has the amount of storage space, because I've been poking around with some of them, and I have found that there's like 4 gigabytes of RAM, and I don't know how much storage is on there, but it's not a ton of storage. Whereas the Ultra has a lot more storage space, a lot more RAM. It's a much beefier system. So if you've been pushing the limits on the Pro, you know, you had the original YoloBox, you could only do so much. And then the Pro lets you do more. And if you've been pushing the limits on, you know, hitting that upper ceiling with the Pro, you may be a candidate for the Ultra, because the Ultra is going to be where that ceiling is much higher. And Drift Deck says, does it have dual SIM card capability? Again, for those who may have tuned in late, we are talking about the YoloBox Ultra, where it has both a vertical mode and horizontal modes in one tablet. It has, oh, I'm not holding the wrong end. They all all sides look the same. It has 4 HDMI inputs. We're here at IBC 23 in Amsterdam, and we are showing off the YoloBox Ultra. Does it have dual SIM card capability? It does not, but it does have dual USB slots, so you can use the SIM built in and dual USB slots with USB sticks. You do a USB 5 or whatever, and oh, okay. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Emily is here.
Hi, hi, hello everyone. I'm just trying to take the photo.
So if you have any questions for Emily, Emily is here as well. The whole YOLO team. Okay, not the whole. There's 4 of the YOLO team that are here, and me, but 4 key players of the YOLO team, and we are here talking about the YoloBox, in my best movie voice, Ultra. And that is what is going to be the next step in YoloBox. Let me scroll down some more of these comments because, hey, I appreciate you all being here. I wish there was a count on here. Make a new YoloBox with 2 SIM card slots. When does it launch? Frank was just on here, and Frank is saying he's targeting October, November. I'm going to say, because there's always bugs in software, let's hope for December, but hopefully, you know, I would say pretty more reliably first quarter of next year. That's me. I'm kind of a pessimist when it comes to that. Could you stream cropped or outfitted to Instagram and TikTok? Well, you can stream directly to Instagram and TikTok on the Ultra, but you have to choose between horizontal or vertical. So you're not doing both on the same thing. It's loading one app. It's not doing both. Maybe the one after the Ultra in 2 years is going to have enough processor power to run both of those things in addition to Instagram and TikTok. So it's running 4 apps at the same time concurrently in different areas. I don't know how that works. Becco says, for the new year. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. I think for the new year would be a logical expectation. Is the Ultra an additional device in the lineup? Will it be updated Pro Mini hardware in the future? Form factor is very important. Yes, I think the Ultra is a new device. It is providing a solution to those users who need even more. Oh yeah, I'm making an L with my N. This is very important. It's for those users who are at the upper end of the capabilities of the Pro, who have blown past the capabilities of the original YoloBox, blown past the capabilities of Pro, and need even more capabilities in a compact, portable tablet. That's, I'm going to say, L, back up. No, not going to do it. What if I do it over here? L, back up. There we go. That's the OBSBot Pro is what I'm using, and if I move over here, oh, it lost me again. It did everything. Okay, hands up. It should blink blue. Not blinking blue. There it goes. No, what are you doing over there? Me. It's my show. So yeah, we're here at the show. You can see there's people everywhere. I'm going to wander around. And let's see, what's the next question? Once the power is increased on the Android systems running, it would be nice to open up additional apps and be able to use simple apps. Well, I think the key thing is, and it's the same reason the new Tech TriCaster does not do this. They do not like additional things going on there because each of these things takes up space. Each of these things also installs different things in the system, different little kernels. They ask for permissions, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on in the background. All these other apps are like always taking a little bit of location testing and things like that. So the goal is, this is not a universal tablet that just happens to also do video production. This is a production tool. That's it. OCAP gives us a standing ovation. Thank you very much. Beckwicke says, I have complex passwords on my social media accounts and it's difficult to enter them manually. Hey, I get you. I'm the same way. And I understand that, hey, even with RTMP, he's stealing my thing. I'm going to move it manually. Well. I do the same thing, and even with RTMP, it would be nice to have an email application so you can copy from email and bring it over. And that would be a good reason, but at this point, it's just going to be dedicated to using that particular application. Tell us about the other 2 new products. Well, I'm going to spin this camera around here, and there's that camera right there. This is a Micro Four Thirds camera from YoloBox, and I can, you know what, I'm actually going to add it during the show. You know, they always say don't plug stuff in during the show. Well, I'm going to do it, so don't mind me. I'm going to plug it in, and then you're going to be able to see the output of this camera right here. Now, you're going to see a flicker, and that is because we are in 50 hertz land, and this camera is currently at 60 hertz. And there's no buttons, there's no menu on it to change things. But you can see, go. Ready? Go. It's autofocus and it's going pretty fast. So that is the new camera. Necessarily bring over here is another item is another vertical solution called, wait, I can get this. Which is a vertical tablet that's about 3 times the size of the Instagram, but it sits on its own, you know, like right in front of you because it sits there. And there's a version of the Mix, it's called the Mix Pro, that has a camera on top of it. So that is the other two hardware products being shown at the show here. Will it have an ability to have a permanent RTMP source rather than emails, etc., to create them? I think that is independent of device. I think that is going to be the ability to enter RTMP on the device itself. And I think once YOLO can implement that, that should be available on all devices, regardless of what they are. What will be the new features for sports live streaming in the YoloBox Ultra? I don't know, because the Ultra is all about increasing the hardware capability of the device. It's not about the software. So the software, like new sports titles that can be added via the software on the web, that's all separate. Love the good news about the YoloBox Ultra. Thank you very much. Do you see a camera? Oh, yes, I answered that one already. Mayoti TV says, what features available in the YoloBox Ultra? Okay, for those who are joining us a little bit, let's see. First thing is, it is designed as a 4K capable video switcher. The Ultra is designed as a 4K capable switcher. Again, I say 4K is not a streaming solution at this point. Nobody watches 4K on their phones, on their tablets, or on their laptops. And mobile devices count for 60% or more of viewed video content. So if 60%, if only 40% of your market has the ability to watch in 4K, and even then they're not all going to watch in 4K. So you're talking 20% can watch. Then will they? Do they have the bandwidth? Do they have the capability and the size of the screen that's going to make it valuable? I say streaming is best done in HD. Maybe in 10 years that'll change. And because it's built for 4K and it has this incredible CPU on it, the Snapdragon 865, doing HD, where people are doing so much HD, so many inputs, green screens and titles and everything, where they're banging against the ceiling of the current processor that, again, in the Pro was done 3 years ago. It's a 3-year-old processor that we keep putting new things onto. Now we're opening the top again, and we're saying now we've got all this additional headroom for new capabilities. Network bonding, it has 2 USB inputs on the top of this thing. I can take it and I can spin it around and show you. There are the 2 USB inputs. Here are the 4 HDMI inputs. And one of the things that I actually kind of glossed over is ISO recording. Isolated recording from your inputs. That is going to be huge. And a bigger battery, and a bigger battery because it's going to give you 6 hours. And I had to say, you know, in the booth here, I call this thing the Beast because it is very weighty. There is definitely a bigger battery in here, but there's also a bigger heatsink. There is also a bigger processor that needs more cooling. And all of that together means that the Ultra is going to be it's going to be an investment in time and weight. Sports Herzegovina says, does the support NDI-HX? That's always a good question. One I should put forth to Frank. Hey, Frank, I got another really good question. Hey, Frank, I got another really good question. Here we go.
What is it?
Does it support NDI-HX, the Ultra?
What is it? Well,
does it support? Will the Ultra support NDI?
That's indeed a great question. Depends. That really depends. I think. Uh, how should I answer this? Like a diplomatically, like a diplomat. Is that
Yes.
diplomat? You know what that
It
that
is
word-
something that you really want to do.
It's something really want to do. Yeah, and yes, we are still like there are a couple of things. If this is because the NDI we implement the NDI, if we could have like for those users they don't use NDI, that means an extra cost. Why should they deal with this?
Oh, yeah. So, for those who don't know, if you want to have NDI in your device, it costs several $100s, which is why if you have a pan-tilt zoom camera and you want to activate NDI in your pan-tilt zoom camera, it costs you $300, $400 to turn on the NDI license in your pan-tilt zoom camera. So maybe it's something that it's put in there, but then the end user can activate it if they want.
Yeah,
Like-
if this could happen, or we negotiate with the NDI, the like usage based, that would be even more ideal.
Right.
But the usage is hard to calculate. What is the math? How this is be calculated?
I don't know.
So it's we know a lot of people wanted this to happen on YoloBox, the NDI, but for those who doesn't want, they don't want to pay the extra money. If this we could overcome this, and when our engineering resources allow, after we have more bug fixes, when we have when have it bulletproof, then we can add it. It doesn't mean like it's a long time, but there's a couple of things we need to consider. So that's another thing I want to share about the product design or the new product development, new feature development. There's always the trading off, and they consider into the all stakeholders, not just the users who want this feature. What about the users doesn't want it, may not use this feature? What about the cost? And what is potential the investment for us, like engineering wise? Yeah, this is something I like really want to share.
All right. How about with ISO recording, will it allow replays from different inputs?
Like in the YoloBox Pro
Ultra.
allow replays from different inputs.
So can you have 4 replays going?
In different HDMI.
Yeah.
How does this happen? We have only one program.
I don't know.
We enable this. Yeah, if you could explain more about this, what's the use case? How do you want this to happen?
Frank wants a diagram how you would implement 4-camera replay on
Yeah.
the YoloBox Ultra. Frank wants a diagram of how you would implement 4-camera replay on the YoloBox Ultra in a way that doesn't clutter the interface. Then send that to him, and he'll let you know. Well-
You should actually do all this automatic switch. As this has a main camera, like 10 seconds, and this is 1 second, this is 3 seconds.
I stay on the 1 camera. Will the Ultra support more than one 1080-60 input?
That's why I said conservative. The question, the answer is simple: yes. It supports more than maybe 4K 30. It depends. If you don't use the USB input and stuff, it has more than enough processing power to support that. Maybe 4. I feel like this is not a test anymore. This is like everybody asks in the booth. Yeah, we trying to make the technology like still like accessible. One thing we do is to make it like but another accessibility thing we consider is the pricing. But for this, again, this is the best CPU and this is the better hardware. This is the best display, brighter display, the batteries, there's a bigger cost. So it will be higher, but how much higher? We aim for a range like around 1,500 or 1,499. I'm trying to I control it to make it like what I want to wow customer. And yet we have a cost structure, and we are still debating and researching and calculating more accurately what our costs really are. That's the answer to it.
All right. Well, you heard it here. aiming for around $1,500. I mean, I think a lot of people would be happy if it's under 2. I think a lot of people would be happy. And then, of course, around the world, different pricing structures are in place and everything, VAT tax and all of that. So it would be amazing. Live streaming the TikTok, yes, the Ultra will be able to do what the in-stream already does, which does live stream the in-talk. And of course, as you may well have already seen, the latest update to the in-stream brought dual destination. Well, we'll keep going if we can.
Okay.
I got two green dots.
Okay.